Good morning. What I've got here in front of me today is an OS FS-91 Surpass engine. Now this is an engine that a modeler sent to me to inspect, repair if necessary, that sort of thing. Now I did do a video showing me diagnosing the symptoms of low compression or no compression, and to me it looks like this engine just has such low runtime on it. I wanted to try and run it first before I actually go ahead and disassemble it, because with the age of the engine and how little runtime it's got on it, I don't really believe that the bearings would be bad. With that said, what I've done is I've got a tank of Coll Power MV 4-stroke fuel here, which is the green stuff, all synthetic, 15% fuel. I've got the OSF glow plug that came with the engine. I checked it, it looks like it's good. The valve clearances seem fine. I've got the engine freed up. It does have compression now, quite good compression. I've got a 14.6 prop on here, and I'm running this particular fuel because I'm hoping that it might actually help clean up the inside a little bit. And I'm going to run one tank of fuel through it and then determine at that point if I'm going to tear it down and replace the bearings. Now, so one of the things I'm going to be listening for here is how do the bearings sound. Now, with these additions of the static thrust measurements on my stand and some of the other hardware I've got in here, I've noticed in the last videos, last month or so, that low speed RPM videos seem to pick up a lot of mechanical sounding chatter, and a lot of that is from things on the bench and it's not the engine. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to hear the bearings, I think, through the video. I might be in a better position to hear them, perhaps. I've got the needle valve set to 2 1/2 turns fully open, so let's give this a shot and see how it does. Got the throttle fully open, so the first thing I want to do is check to see how the fuel draw is. It looks like it's drawing fuel good. Lots of fuel just poured out, so that's a good thing. So I think we're ready to fire it up. Okay, so I don't know how long that video was, but I excuse me, I basically let this whole tank 8-ounce tank of Morgan's MV, 15% run through this engine. As you could see, if you notice, all of that 3-in-1 oil that I had put in this engine to loosen things up was being pushed out of every place that probably could come out, along with probably a lot of carbon residue left on the bearings and other parts inside the engine. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do a run with this engine before I decided to tear it down any further. Now, to me, the bearings sound fine and they feel fine, and this thing's got fantastic compression now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the same things that I opened up before, the cam cover, the back plate. Maybe I'll even take the head off before I determine whether I'm actually going to pull everything and see if I can replace the bearings, because quite honestly, they don't sound bad, and the engine runs like a champ, as you can see. I mean, it hit 10,000 RPM with a 14.6 prop, and I quickly didn't allow it to continue doing that because I don't like to see any engines, 4-strokes, running over 10,000, whether they want to do it or not. But basically, even if I do a teardown of this engine now, this run will help loosen things up internally, specifically that piston pin, which is always really kind of a bear to remove if the need comes. Hopefully this run and a heat cycle with some fuel will help loosen that up so it won't be such a chore. But anyway, this is a damn nice running engine actually, so we'll take it from here. Thank you.